Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Threads one in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And here's Cruyff. And he's intervened well there. And it's Hazard. Nedved. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Maldini deals with that comfortably. Gerassi. Thuram cuts out the pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. And he's managed to get rid.
That's going in strongly.
There will be a throw-in. Xavi Alonso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Nedved. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Referee has just said play on.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Delivers with whip. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Cruyff. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Now it's Cruyff. Griezmann. No way he was going to let him past. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Hazard! There it is!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
The first breakthrough. So, a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Colorado Springs currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nedved. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to...
Big chance! And he's stuck it away. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Simplicity itself.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's been hooked away. And it's Nedved. Edmilson. Colorado Springs do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Nedved. That's really well cleared and smartly reclaimed. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Tries to play it through. He's in a great position here. Colorado Springs can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Pato. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Real chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Hazard has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Paris Saint-Germain leading now.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off? Colorado Springs really don't have a choice now.
It's Asa! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And that is quite wonderful. He's got himself an absolute peach. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored. Great chance! That is special! Gareth Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Deep into injury time! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good.
And time is up. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Played into space. And it's Lampard. Lampard.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yep, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
He's found a way through. He's found some space. No foul, says the referee. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Fiore! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Vieira. Colorado Springs, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's picked his way through. Chance, surely! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, just skips past and pull it! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Colorado Springs really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. Definitely not one of his best. Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And this is a great chance. Nedved! Nedved! A diamond of a goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The first significant strike. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Del Piero. Stood up well to him there. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Albert. Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Dink through. Costa Curta. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Colorado Springs come in leading by just the odd goal.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Colorado Springs can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Back on the way then. And Del Piero! Denied by an instinctive save.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
This their second corner of the game. Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the blueprint of the modern centre-half. And, of course, he can play at left-back too. He's old school, he's uncompromising defensively, and he is truly outstanding on the football.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly, actually, at both ends. And this is Griezmann. Griezmann! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, that's a key interception. Schmeichel with the clearance. That's an imaginative pass. Not the most accurate pass. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well read, nice interception. Vieira. Colorado Springs.
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Oh, cracking ball. Gerrard. And Guardiola. Quality ball. Now it's Cruyff. Deco kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Played into space. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Xavi Alonso.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He can run onto that, and this is Cruyff. Guardiola, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And reclaimed it in a trice. Nicely shaped ball. Xavi Alonso. Gerrard. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Vieira. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Colorado Springs have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Maldini cuts it out. Lahm. And here's Nedved. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's Azar. Now he's got space here. And he's cut it out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Griezmann really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Juve, and a chance! And it's in! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Diouf demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So we have movement on both benches. Arsenal have taken the lead.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No, he's had it taken off him. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been won straight back. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Inzaghi scooting forward. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Nedved. Lahm gets his head on it! It's hit the upright. Deftly away. He has a look up. Oh, he's done. And Ribéry! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Colorado Springs really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Mbappe. Colorado Springs now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Inzaghi might just make this.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Oh, it's come loose. Lovely, now then. And here's Nedved. Lahm finding himself in space. A header! And a neat finish. They have stolen level at the last. Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was...
How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. So it is something for both. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Lahm. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, great chance! Shakes to shoot! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
That's a shade optimistic. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Pato. And it's Nedved. And here's Del Piero.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it again. Del Piero was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Belletti. And he was quick to react. Vieira. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Ronaldinho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Griezmann. Looking to play him in. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he skips past his man. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Pato. He's picked his way through. Griezmann. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Colorado Springs clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Colorado Springs do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Aimed beyond the defence. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. Now then, the ball's come loose. And the shot's on here. Tries a shot! And that's a good finish. And they've got their lead back.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Colorado Springs with the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Tries to pass it through. Diouf, and he shoots! It's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool...
Pato! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Alexander Pato fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it. Bangladesh clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Fernando Torres. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Now it's Pato. And it's Pato! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
They'll have to settle for that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men...
Oh, shooting chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now he's got space here, and this is Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And he's gone looking for safety. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Mendes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar, Thuram calmly anticipates. And it's Kaut. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Neymar. Pelé. And this is Kaut. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Beckham. Approaching the half-hour mark. Oh, cracking ball. Luis Suarez! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, what has happened here? Cannavaro with the clearance. Nice looking ball. Floated through. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things.
Colorado Springs really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
That's put paid to the danger. Looking to play him in. Oh, well played. Pepe clears it away. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, Pelé! It's anyone's ball now. That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Colorado Springs with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So, into the second half.
Colorado Springs can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Now it's Luis Suarez. No, again there's no way through. Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Cruyff looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Nedved. Colorado Springs are still that goal to the good. Space for him to turn and look. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, good climb! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Colorado Springs are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of mood.
Luis Suarez. Great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Suarez is offering a right smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Oh, good effort! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
It's Pele! And that's off target.
Portugal are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Taken back almost at once. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Cruyff. Plays a sharp little ball here. Beckham. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Aimed beyond the defence. Great ball if he can get there. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Beckham. Pele tries to play it through.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Great vision. Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal still making a fight of this. Beckham. And that is as far as it goes. Colorado Springs can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Well, Jim, Vitor Bayer is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he was one of Europe's very best. His career stats certainly back that up.
Chance! He scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he cuts out the supply. Xavi Alonso proves too strong. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Vieira. And it's Xavi Alonso. Pull it. And it's made its way to him. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Griezmann. Great vision. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's found the way through. Thuram gets it away. Cruyff. Now it's Griezmann. And he welcomes it in. Pull it in acres of space. Can he finish? And again. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Drogba.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be... It's Drogba! He's got away with one there.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Vieira wins the duel this time. Cruyff is flagged offside. Serginho. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He's looking unstoppable. Just eases him off the ball. Griezmann did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pullet really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
That's going across goal. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now, can they get him away? We are into stoppage time. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Can he get it through? Shot at goal! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
A momentary lapse, and that is all they have time for. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Colorado Springs will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity.
Drogba! Lacking in accuracy.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Xavi Alonso. Here's Vieira. Griezmann. Shot could be on, and the shot! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Colorado Springs leading now.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That is a brilliant interception.
Colorado Springs are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Short changes him with that pass. Pullet, who can single-handedly make a difference. Griezmann. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Takes a shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's definitely not his best. And it's Xavi Alonso. Berbatov, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Into the last quarter of an hour. Vieira. Griezmann.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Griezmann.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Hullet. And Hullet! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Hullet really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Lahm scooting forward. And he stands tall, impenetrable.
Colorado Springs really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be.
And that's it. Colorado Springs have won it by sheer force of character, as winning teams do. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total foot.
Getting up there! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Terengganu are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game... Cruyff! Silvestre. That's a little off target. Messi. Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Gerard. And it's Messi. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Vieira looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Griezmann. Looking for options for movement. Great chance! And he hits the net. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pepe gets across and deals with it. Nicely shaped ball. And this is Del Piero! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Colorado Springs with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good effort! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Always onto this. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Batistuta. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Del Piero.
Oh, really well played.
Griezmann picks it up out wide. Looking for the far post. He's rising! Big moment! Massive goal! Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball in.
And that is all they have time for. Colorado Springs have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So we reach the halfway point.
I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Colorado Springs are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. No, that's been intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Del Piero. And here's Griezmann. Pull it. And the shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And now he has two. Colorado Springs go up by 2 and are looking good.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Stojkovic. Good running, strong and Stojkovic! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Stojkovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pepe tries to clear. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Colorado Springs are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Terengganu appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Pressing high and with purpose. Schlotterbeck. Just about up to 75 minutes. Gerard. Cafu. Messi makes a dash for it. And Messi! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Griezmann! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Now it's Dembele. Very nicely done. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well read, nice interception. Lam is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass...
Dembele! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Pepe is there and he can get that clear. Colorado Springs have the chance to go the other way. Edmilson. And that is that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, good-looking ball. Great ball, and he's in here. He's had a shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Xavi Alonso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Good. And the shot! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Madrid restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Del Piero picks it up out, goes for the shot! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Del Piero really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
And the through ball. Rijkaard makes the interception. Griezmann. And here's Del Piero. And Cruyff! They want to be quick to recover this. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. And that has been knocked clear. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Great defending, strong and determined. Thuram, quality ball. Now Griezmann. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's really well cleared. Threads one in. Xavi Alonso. He won't be happy with that one. McAllister. And it's Del Piero. Now that looks a decent ball. McAllister. Tries to pass it through. And this is Cruyff. And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Colorado Springs kick off the second half.
Colorado Springs clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bale. Griezmann unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chance here to counter. Played into space. That's the keeper's ball. And he was quick to react. Griezmann. And he's lost his man. Griezmann! Oh, it's come off the upright. Mbappe. Mateus. Mateus! Oh, that is rather wayward. Just about up to the hour now. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Colorado Springs, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, good ball! And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Cleared without hesitation. Colorado Springs are looking to go forward now. Now it's Griezmann. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Bale. Now then, the ball's come loose. Played out towards the right wing. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He's found a way through, but not... Oh, good finish. But oh, it's offside.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. And he's there to retrieve it. Guti. And here's Pato. Looking for options for movement.
Colorado Springs really can't be faulted for their attitude. And
Goes for a shot! And that's a real chance missed.
Unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Oh, no joy this time. And he's intervened well there. Nedved. Bale. And that is expertly dealt with. Yamal. McAllister.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Pato. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Aimed beyond the defence. Pato gets into a good position. Guti. Now, can they get him away? Knocks it into space. Oh, good take in a good area. That's going to go a long way. So that's it. It is all over. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. New Mexico United appear to be going with a 3-5-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and a front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five. So I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility. And I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
He's in a great position here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Colorado Springs have themselves a chance from the spot. So the most significant moment of the game. Terrific save by Maignan. And that's a poor penalty.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
And we have our very first corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. New Mexico United are looking to go forward now. He won't be happy with that one. The referee's awarded a free kick. Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a cute ball. And it's Batistuta. Oh, easy pickings there. Neymar. Well, 2014-15 was one of the greatest club seasons ever for many Catalans, clearly. But goes for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Koundé. And it's Koundé. To Bale. De Bruyne. Bale. And he's managed to get free. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh no, this does not look good. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And it's Neymar. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side. And that's definitely not his best. Griezmann gets on his bike and on the move. Looking for options for movement. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Vieira. Del Piero. Oh, that's superb. Can he finish? Neymar. Xabi Alonso does well to get it back. And this is Nedved. He is decent chance! Lukaku. Neymar. It's played through for him. Neymar. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the story of the first half is dominated by the spot kick miss. It should have broken the deadlock, but here we are, and I think there's still plenty to play for.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Away we go again. So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's gone for a throw-in. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Surlot. And this is Batistuta. That's a sharp pass. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Neymar. New Mexico United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
That has ended up in no man's land. Great vision. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Bellingham. Now it's Sorlot. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Griezmann. And that has left him in a heap. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Aimed beyond the defence. Lahm. Crunching tackle. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Maldini. Lee Kang-in conjures time and space where few can. He's got away. Colorado Springs, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Lahm. Adams calmly anticipates. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now this could be a chance. Inzaghi! And that's a good finish. Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to...
Oh, he's been caught napping. Shapes to shoot! So close to drawing level.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Quick look, then plays it in. Schmeichel claims it, safe hands.
New Mexico really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that's going to be a booking. And it's Lahm looking to pass their way up the pitch. Adams. Lee Kang-in. Out towards the flank. Sorlot. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separate. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We are just getting started. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Luis Suarez. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Cruyff powering forward here. It's Griezmann! Quite brilliant from Griezmann! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ambitious ball here. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And he's intervened well there. Lam has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Can he get it through? Lewandowski! And that's a good finish. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Takes a shot! Oh, good finish. Into the lead once more. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter. And while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Colorado Springs with the lead. Griezmann.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rafinha tries to play it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Now it's Griezmann. He's beaten the last man. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Cruyff is behind this one. Cruyff! It is a fantastic goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Now it's Lewandowski. Owen. And the shot! And there's a goal! And deep into first half stoppage time, a timely strike. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a...
And the whistle goes for half-time. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been a half full of thrills, and the margins are tight. Just one in it, 3-2 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Cruyff, and it's Hullet. Luis Suarez, and this is Hullet. And a chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. Colorado Springs with the corner, there first. That'll be a throw. Lewandowski. Owen. And they're quick to get it back. And here's Suarez. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's following up. And it's in. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Colorado tries one from range. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Suarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Colorado Springs have their second corner now. And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Lewandowski.
Might want to be careful there.
Thuram defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Oh, he's burst through. Busquets does well not to be outdone there. De Jong. Messi. Oh, truly brave defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Stood up well to him there. Bullet. Now it's Cruyff. And this is Griezmann. He'll try from distance. And that's another fine save. Colorado Springs have their third corner. Owen wins the duel this time. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Bullet. Cruyff. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Howson. De Jong. And Rafinha. That's a pretty loose pass. Griezmann. Hullet. And it's Hullet. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that looks... Shoot! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal.
Owen! Oh, horrible miscue. Colorado Springs clearly now in lead preservation mode. Lewandowski. Xavi Alonso. 4 extra minutes added on. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a real showpiece win. This lot was... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill of... Could be danger here! Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He won't be happy with that one. Pull it. Now it's Pato. Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. Azar. And he was quick to react. First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Suarez. Steaming on goal. It's Luis Suarez! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
Luis Suarez. Colorado Springs, still without a single shot on target. Adriano running with the ball. Pato is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Pull it. That's tidy. Lam has it in a wide position. Silvestre getting this one clear. That pass has been well intercepted. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Adriano, he's picked his way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
No, he's had it taken off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. A probing pass. Corner given. And we have our very first corner. Maldini clears it away. Pato. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And hostile. Luis Suarez! Colorado Springs come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Pato. Stood up well to him there. Azar.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. So we've reached the hour mark. Spread it left. And that is expertly dealt with. Adriano, never out of the action for very long. Now it's Pato. Nice control. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Bullet. Knocks it out wide. Colorado Springs are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, this looks sharp. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Pato. Oh, that's nice. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Luis Suarez. Suarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hullet. Shot could be on. An uncompromising challenge. And the referee brings it to a close. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And here's Doué. And it's Pedri. Short changes him with that pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he plays one through. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! Off the post! That's put paid to the danger. No, he's had it taken off him. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Koundé. Oh, great news, Jim. Daniele Massaro is in the lineup, and we know what a great player he is.
Yeah, and I think it's a fact that he's known for scoring decisive goals and delivers in key moments, often in closely fought games too, Peter. And I think it'll be of little surprise were he to score the opening or the winning goal in this one.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Colorado Springs have got it back, and they'll have another go. Van der Ven.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the fault. And Cruyff! He scored! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Colorado Springs have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Doué. Looking for options for movement. Luis Suarez! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And Cruyff! And it's there! They are purring, truly purring. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure.
He's having a hit! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Gerrard. For Xavi Alonso. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Colorado Springs absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Colorado Springs producing a nigh-on perfect 45 minutes. It's 3-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Pass is just off target. Thuram. Lam is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Vieira. Quality ball. Now it's Nedved. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, hang on. And yes, it's there! Just cruising! They are cruising! Colorado Springs are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the keeper's got it again. Koeman. That's a pretty loose pass. That's rather hopeful. He's put his foot right through that one.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Van der Ven. Van der Ven making good progress. Pedri. And it's Gerrard. Doué. Massaro. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Massaro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Massaro. Now it's Griezmann. And this is Luis Suarez. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Cruyff. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Xavi Alonso. Thuram. Not the most accurate pass. Koundé. And it's Doué. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Xavi Alonso. Gerrard. And Doué. Pedri. A heavy challenge. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Can he get onto this? Salim. That's that, the end. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish having... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, this looks sharp. Now, can they get him away? He is through here. He's had a shot. Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Mohun Bagan finding themselves. Great chance! Oh, that is us. And one more try. It's a goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Hullet. Jordan Henderson produces the perfect tackle there. Owen providing an outlet on that flank. Pato. Real chance! And that's a sharp finish. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are...
Del Piero! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Pato. He has a look up. Goes down, but nothing given. Nedved. Now it's Pato.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Del Piero. And it's Pato. Looking to play him in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. And that could well leave a mark. Mohun Bagan are looking to go forward now. Looking for options for movement. Over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Xavi Alonso. Nedved. This is a promising build-up. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And Hullet! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping! And it's Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Hullet tries a shot, and he hits the net. And he is just ripping it up. That was a given. It always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Colorado Springs now in a position far more... Chance! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Pull it. Now it's Pato. Del Piero. Can he get on the end of this? Stood up well to him there. And they can counter here. And here's Pato. Big chance! He's got away with one there. Henderson is there, and he can pick it up. Knocks it into space. Hullet. And it's Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Hullet. Chance! And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
A probing pass. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh no, what has happened here? He's got away. Now that is a hefty challenge. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Pato. Now it's Del Piero.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, they've got it again. Tries to play it through. Maldini. Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Hullet. Cleared away. Jordan Henderson. 2 minutes to be added on. And there goes the final whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute together. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Beckham. Now it's Shevchenko. Nedved. Now it's Pato. No, he's not getting any further than that. Now it's Neymar. And he's well positioned. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's played through for him. Colorado Springs are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And he cuts out the supply. And this is Pato. And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. That's an imaginative pass. And that has been cut short. Pato. And here's Nedved. Nedved!
Nedved made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Beckham proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Pato.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that's been slipped through. And it's Pato. Real chance! Goal! The first significant strike. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenses apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Colorado Springs have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other...
Oh, he's all alone. Can he finish? And a neat finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Cruyff really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on, and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
And now he has two. And it's half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Colorado Springs are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. Down to business again. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Lahm, and he was quick to react. Beckham. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Xavi Alonso tries to play it through. It'll be a throw-in. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Nedved. Great vision. And this is Pato. And a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Alexander Pato really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Colorado Springs have their second corner now. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Shevchenko. 60 minutes played.
Colorado Springs are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Pato. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking to play him in. Now it's Neymar. Vieira is there and he can pick it up. And here's Neymar. Nedved. And it's Pato. Now it's Pato. And he's lost his man here. Now it's Nedved. And he was alert to it. Seedorf clears without hesitation. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Knocks it into space, and he's got away. He's had a shot! A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And that is expertly dealt with. And Seedorf! Seedorf! It is terrific! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And the counter is on. Nice looking ball. Chance, surely! And that is wildly off target. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, that's a key interception. And that is as far as it goes. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, he's burnt and Hullet! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Colorado Springs with the corner. They're first. And that has been cleared. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cruyff! Corner number 2 then. Oh, good effort! Oh, split-second reaction.
Maldini clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. He's rising! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Pato. Hullet does well to get it back. Now it's Cruyff. And this is Pato. Space for him to turn and look. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Now it's Torres. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal. Cruyff clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, shooting chance! Superb from Pato! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Colorado Springs have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Looking for options for movement. Oh, important interception. And he's there to belt it away. And it's De Bruyne. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Xavi Alonso. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Colorado Springs up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Colorado Springs are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Colorado Springs tries from distance. Oh, good-looking ball. Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Serginho's cross.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Colorado Springs are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And he's had it nicked away. De Bruyne. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Roberto Baggio. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rijkaard.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
And Cruyff! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Colorado Springs are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
And it's Hullet. Nedved! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Nedved is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Hullet. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Colorado Springs have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Torres might just make this. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Tries to pass it through.
Pretty robust defending.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's in one-on-one. Chance for a shot! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. And a trademark... That's at the end. Colorado Springs really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling.